Welcome to the Quality Problems Podcast, where we see problems as opportunities to learn, develop, and grow, both on a personal level and with your dog. In this podcast, we'll provide a unique perspective and the tools you'll need to take on challenges and come up with problem-solving solutions. The bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. Now let's get to problem solving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the crew back, of course. Welcome to another episode of the Quality Problems Podcast, episode number 11, and we got some topics today. We're going to talk about the World Series of Dog Sports. We're going to be in the H-Town next week. We're also going to talk about how outs are overrated and the importance of your pack and how you may need to out some people out of your pack. But again, to those who are new to the podcast, welcome. We appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to support our mission. And for those who are not, man, thank you for returning. Of course, to my left, I got my boy, Darrick Rose of Dallas Canine Academy, dog trainer extraordinaire.
Welcome.
And over to my right, I got Mr. Logan White. He's the king of closing sales over here at XDOG.
What's going on?
And then I got AZer, man, the logistics king.
What up?
So, yeah, man. So today, man, we just want to powwow and talk about a couple things. One, we're going to be in H-Town next week at the World Series of Dog Sports. It's going to be a blast. Man, we got a booth down there. I don't know what our booth number is. Gomi, you know what our booth number is? They haven't sent it to us yet, but we will be the most popping booth down there. You're going to see XDOG everything.
69.
Yeah, there's a ton of people that are going to be down there. Yeah, there's going to be a ton of people going to be down there that are part of Team XDOG, so I'm excited about that, and we're going to be doing some podcasting down there out of our Airbnb. But there's been something that's been weighing on my chest for a while, and I've been hearing it, and I've been seeing Darrick talk about it and experiencing it lately, and it's the topic of people discussing how outs are overrated.
Oh, yeah, in the dog world.
Yeah. What makes them so overrated, and what's your actual general opinion on them? I mean, I'll let you talk on that, and then I'll let Logan give his opinion on outs.
I don't know too much about the dog world, but there's some people I want to out the fuck out. So.
But on a serious note, I made a little post about, I can't remember exactly what the topic was, but I do remember a comment that someone made, and they mentioned that outs are overrated.
Hold on a second. Let's explain what an out is, first of all.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Out is when your dog is on a person or an object, and you tell them to release.
So they're biting.
They're biting.
All right.
Whatever the object is, they're biting it. And once you tell them to release, they should release. If it's a sport dog, police dog, military dog, whatever type of dog it is, if you tell them to release, they should release. So with that being said, saying that outs are overrated is like, I missed that. I totally missed that.
Yeah, I don't see.
The reason why I missed that is if you in law enforcement, all right, and you have deployed your canine on someone, and that dog is biting that suspect, right? With the cell phones that's out now, everyone records everything that the police does.
Right.
Every time, majority of every time. And if an officer is over there choking his dog off, or if he's putting a break stick in his dog's mouth and someone catches that on film, what is it going to look like to the public eye? What is it going to look like to PETA? It looks like animal abuse, for one. It looks like you don't have any control over your dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have a clean out and your dog releases that suspect, it looks better in court when they sue you.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Because they're going to sue your ass.
They're going to try to sue. They're going to try to sue the police. They're going to try to sue whoever, you know. And that's why I say outs are not overrated. And I agree with him also, like, deployment skills are totally not, they're not overrated, okay, because the dog needs to know how to deploy. The officer needs to know how to deploy the dog as well. So they both are valuable tools to have.
Right.
The out is huge. It's huge. And for people that say it's overrated, to me, it just means that you don't know how to properly, train a dog how to properly out with no conflict.
What is the reason? Like, why would they be saying that? Why is that opinion felt by those people?
I'm not going to say that they're not enlightened on how important it is. I just think they want to skip steps. That's just my personal opinion. I think you want to skip steps in the training process. it. How can I say this without sounding rude? Okay, I know what it takes to be a wolf. All right. Some people don't know what it takes to be a wolf. All right. So if you haven't been in that situation, how on God's earth are you gonna train for that situation?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
If you've never lived in the streets, how the hell do you know how the streets operate? Right. If you haven't been around people that's really been in the streets, how you gonna train a dog to go after someone that's in the streets?
Well,
Right.
It takes a wolf to catch a wolf.
In Darrick's case, he's from the dirt roads.
We seen those.
No.
We seen those feet, man.
Definitely,
roads.
definitely not like that guy.
You ride horses, boy. You're from
No,
the dirt
no.
roads.
I've heard something about that guy, man. But hey, is my mic up good enough? Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, the outs are extremely important. I advise any police agency or training director that's over any agency to look into that. That's something that's really critical that you can have in your training toolbox. And outs, you should do it. And they also made a statement. I saw they say real life or deployment skills or something like that, and not certification type of training. Certification is there for a reason.
Right.
They have to out in certification for a reason, because that department wants to save face and stay clear of the news.
Of course.
So why would you not teach that when you're doing those seminars and all those things that you're teaching these officers and these handlers? You need to teach those outs. And they can get mad. They can call me or whatever. No one's gonna whoop my butt or anything like that.
Yeah.
And the guy that I'm mentioning, I like the guy. I like the guy, but to say that like certifications or that just means you did it with that dog, no.
Right.
That doesn't mean that I did it with just that dog. That means that my method, my training program, and the people that I surround myself with, we did it with that dog, and we can do it with another dog and a dog after that until the method is proven that it doesn't work.
Right.
So what type of certification does a canine officer have to have as far as like to be qualified as a canine? You know what I mean?
They go through. They have to pass a certification when it's judged. They have a judge just like we do, right? There's a judge. They have to go through the outs, the recalls, the send down the fields, and they have to pass obedience. They have to do all of that stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, but it seems like in the news lately, well, I guess it's been around for a while, man, but it seems like there's been a lot of incidents where they're having a problem out in their dogs. What do you think that
I think
is linked back to?
I think that's linked back to not teaching it in the seminars or whatever they're hosting. They're not teaching it
Just being lazy.
in that class.
Skipping
No, they skipping steps,
Yeah.
but it's all about bite,
Right.
bite, choke off, break stick, bite. No, let's take our time, build these animals up right before they hit the street. And once they hit the street, they're not a liability to the handler. They're not a liability to the other officers. They're not a liability to the department, which is why a lot of departments frown on having a K-9 unit because they have lazy officers that's not putting in the time to train the dog, because the officers, they have to keep up with a record of how many hours they're training a week.
Yeah.
All right. And a lot of them skip steps. They skip the steps. They don't put in the necessary hours. They lay their tracks, which is huge in the police field, right? Land tracks, making sure the dog hits on all the odors and things like that, because narcotics is huge,
Yeah.
A lot of departments would rather have a dog that's on narcotics than a dog that's apprehension,
Sure.
So because the apprehension is a huge liability because they're skipping steps,
Right.
not teaching the dog to target right. Not saying these guys that I'm mentioning about, they teach the dogs to target. They have good training. They definitely have good training. But it just rubs me the wrong way when they skip the step of an out, because when I see African American, not just African American men, but when I see them getting attacked by a dog and I know that dog had a chance to release,
Yeah.
it pisses me off. Deploying dogs when they shouldn't be deployed. The dog is just an extension of your duty belt. That's all it is. It's an extension of your duty belt. So you have to go through steps. That firearm, it depends on what that person has on the other end. That's your last object, your last option, you know?
Right.
And the people skip that. And they just deploy these dogs, and they're not out them.
What's more important than you feel like to have a conscious mind to make the right decision on deploying your dog or the out?
Repeat that again.
For example, it seems like you're going down the road where like officers are just deploying dogs and they shouldn't be deploying them at certain times.
No, I don't want to say that because I've seen a video lately that the dog was just deployed. We just get snippets of the video.
Yeah.
We don't know what transpired for that officer to release that dog.
Yeah.
You only know when you're there.
Right.
Yeah, so I can't say he deployed him and he shouldn't have deployed him. But once he deployed that dog and they have that suspect in cuffs,
Yeah.
out that dog
Absolutely.
and get him out that situation.
It's the whole thought of like seeing a terrible driver and you're like, who gave them a license?
Exactly.
It's like the same thing with the dog. It's not
Yes.
really, you can't really explain why he deployed the dog, but the fact that dog's on the field anyway.
Yeah.
That's where the issue
Yeah,
lies.
some officers shouldn't be handed a canine.
Right.
Same thing with some civilians. They should not be handed a canine or dog.
Right.
Because they don't know how to properly handle that dog.
Right.
Right? And we have so many different companies out there that go through law enforcement certifications, right? I can think of probably 2 off the top of my head that I would recommend, and that would be Tar Heel K9 with Jerry Bradshaw, and Laz out in Florida. Laz does a really good job. He supplied McKinney PD with some nice dogs. So Laz, he does a really great job with his dogs. And them the only 2 off the top of my head, maybe more.
Yeah.
That I'm not mentioning. If I'm not mentioning you all and you know that I know you have good dogs, I apologize. But those 2 right there, I know what they're producing. I've seen it up close and personal. Every dog that Laz didn't send down to Dallas to McKinney PD, I've taken bites from. So I know what he's putting out there. And the dog's out.
Yeah.
How quick should the out be?
Soon as you say it,
I mean, yeah.
soon as you say it,
Instant.
soon as you get the last syllable off your tongue, the dog should be releasing.
Is that in most cases, does that happen?
No. And the reason why it doesn't happen is because poor training.
Yeah.
Like my dog, he's felt me. Well, I felt him because I wasn't on top of his out like I should have been up to that trial. So poor training on my behalf, you know? So the dog didn't out is on me. Some dogs don't out because they're scared. Some dogs don't out because there's a lot of pressure on the dog.
Yeah.
But that's why you train for those situations.
Right.
What would you like say would be a valuable tip on improving an out if you're in training?
Yeah.
If you're training for out, the best way that's going to be clear communication between handler and dog is to have some type of reward for the dog once he releases. That minimizes the conflict. A lot of dogs don't want to out because, hey, why am I released when I don't get anything for releasing?
Right.
So out, boom, tug. Out, boom, ball. Something to let the dog know, hey, I did a great job.
Now,
I
does the
released.
officer carry that around with them?
Yeah. I was curious about that.
Probably not. But if it's muscle memory and they do it a lot in training, they do it a lot in training. Soon as he out, boom, dog's gonna release.
Yeah.
He might not get a reward right then. Most of them officers do have a reward, especially once they're doing searches for narcotics. They reward the dog. So
Well, you know what? It would be a really good reward is those new training treats that we're going to be bringing out that are freeze dried. They're literally
Absolutely.
small. They're about this big. You can keep one in your pocket. So
Absolutely.
when you out your dog after you put him on a civilian,
absolutely. Hey,
reward 'em with that.
I'm even open to like the local agencies around here.
Yeah.
If they want to come to me about how to out the dog, I do it absolutely free. I
How
don't
much
need.
would- how
I
much
don't
would you
need-
charge them?
I'm not going to charge them anything. I'm not going to charge them anything. I don't want to charge the police department because the police department is out there protecting
Right.
my people.
It's
the
helping
civilians.
society by-
It's helping.
Yeah.
So I don't need to charge them. I make enough money doing what I do. So doing that for those guys, I'm not going to spend all day with them, but they better catch on to it really fast.
Yeah.
They better
But
bring
I
their
don't
own
mind
treats.
helping those guys out. I don't mind helping them at all.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just weird. It just seems like something like that would be mandatory,
It is mandatory.
but it just doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Skipping steps.
Skipping steps.
It's
Hole in the bucket.
It's skipping steps. Outs are important. It's
I can see
never
it.
overrated. Anything to do with a police agency, a duty belt, anything on your duty belt, nothing under the law enforcement umbrella is overrated. And
Yeah.
you have to be in law enforcement before to understand that.
Well, you can just tell too, like social media nowadays. Like if you see a video of a dog just on somebody for 30 seconds, you just go.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it shows the public eye that you have no.
You have absolutely
what
no
the- You know, and that just causes so many things, man. I mean,
And-
people would be like.
And you also, I know we're probably running low on time, but you also have suppliers putting out crappy dogs to these uneducated departments, uneducated handlers, uneducated buyers. You have them putting out these dogs, and then they get screwed all the way around the clock.
Yeah.
I got a shitty dog. Now I'm getting shitty advice. So I'm going to go out and put on a shitty performance for my agency and the public to see.
Yeah.
Well, with that combination of being surrounded by shitty, and shitty, you're gonna get a product that's shitty, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same thing with the people you surround yourself with.
of course.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the importance of your pack. Well, let's go around. Let's talk about that. What's that mean to you as far as like how important is it to be surrounded by the people that you're, I guess, have similar visions as you?
Yeah, I think it's the most important thing. I mean, I have friends that I've had for a long time, man, that I just don't even talk to anymore because every time you see them, every time you talk to them, they're smoking weed or they're, just doing dumb shit. And at the end of the day, man, you are who you surround yourself with. You know what I mean?
What's wrong? What's up?
I was
Does it
about
bother
to
you to
say
smoking
that.
weed?
Not smoking. No, I'm talking like you can't even, like
Not that
hang
I
out
do.
with them. No. I'm not bashing anybody that does smoke weed. I'm just saying, like,
You weed basher.
I'm just saying.
You drink
Hey,
alcohol.
Hey,
I drink. What
Hey,
I'm saying
say what
is,
you feel.
I am. I'm
I'm upset.
I don't smoke, brother.
Anytime that.
I know who to get out of my circle now. Go ahead.
Me?
Go ahead. Yeah,
Nah,
go ahead.
it's not about. I mean, you smoke, cool, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, for me as a person, if I'm hanging out with you every single day and all you're talking about is,
Yeah.
there's nothing positive. It's just, let's go hit.
So
this.
what if you had a friend that was
mean, shit
smoking,
like-
that incorporated weed in his life, but was like super goal oriented, hustled hard,
Well,
and
there's-
cheap
yeah,
things that you want to do?
I know a lot of those.
So do I. What I'm saying is the friends I have, that's not them. Like they don't talk about anything that I talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not even about the drugs and shit. I mean, if somebody's not leveling you up as a person,
Yeah.
if you're surrounding yourself with people that are always downing you,
Yeah.
throwing shade, or even at the same time somebody that doesn't want to become successful, like they just care to be average, like they don't give a shit, like get them the fuck out, like because if that person's not gonna help you and you can't help them, and at the end of the day, like y'all are just sitting here pretending to be something that you're not.
How do you wean someone out of your pack? What do you do?
I tell you, can I answer that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cut them the F off.
You sick the dog.
If
on.
you know anybody that knows me really well, they know once you burn that bridge, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
I break off all my rearview mirrors, the one that's in the inside, break it off. I'll never look back at your ass again.
Wow.
And the reason why I'm like that is because why hold on to you?
Yeah.
Well,
to that extra baggage.
It happens in time, man. Like, it straight up happens in time. Just like I just said, if somebody that you're surrounding yourself with doesn't, bring you, benefits, and it's not helping you grow as a person, like, I think in time, like for me, that's how I do it. Like I don't hit you up as much.
It's harder from a younger man's perspective because they've been in high school with these people.
Yeah.
and they grew up with
you
them.
grew up with this person.
But I think what
Yeah.
he's trying to say is
I
that they
gotcha.
naturally wean off your life because
Yeah.
if y'all
man.
can't offer each other anything, eventually like y'all have no relation at all. Like y'all don't.
Yeah, man. If I'm constantly trying to grow and become successful, and you're sitting here doing the same shit you were doing 3 years ago, 2 years ago, like over time, we're not gonna go to the same events. We're not gonna go do the same shit. We're not gonna talk to each other as much.
Yeah.
Like it just naturally falls off. As
So
a
basically,
friendship.
what do you
Like,
think about this, AZ? Like as far as energy and frequency, do you believe in like the law of energy and
Of
stuff?
course. All day.
Yeah.
All day. I mean, I don't know if you wake up with a positive mindset and let's just say your initial thing is to do something inverse to like what you're used to. I'm just saying for the normal person that wants to take a stride to make a positive change in their life. You say, you know what? I'm going to wake up. I'm going to list everything I'm grateful for.
Right.
I'm going to call this person that I usually don't talk to. I'm going to tell them good morning.
Yeah.
And you would see a difference just in not just your day, but the other individuals.
Yeah.
I really feel like energies, whatever you give off, it comes right back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I totally agree. I mean, when you're like, for me, I wake up and every morning I'm like, hell yeah, let's kick today's ass, right? Like let's do this shit. Like I'm trying to become an entrepreneur. I'm trying to become successful as I can be. But then you have those friends that wake
roll
up,
a
oh
blunt.
shit, bro, I gotta go to work today. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, I can't wait till Friday. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Every day is a Friday.
That's what I'm saying. Like every day should be fucking. You're growing as a person. Get better, man. And the people that don't think that, then they're losing. They're losing in life. Like,
What was it? Was it Gary Vee says it's like you're 1 in 400 trillion of a chance to even being alive, being born. Like that's how
Yeah,
minute
that's
and
deep.
how exceptional you are as a human. You know what I mean? Just being alive is a big deal. But I don't know, man. How do you wean someone out of your pack?
I mean, what I said earlier is just I just feel in time it naturally happens. But at a certain point, when you get at a certain age, you don't even allow people like that in your circle.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it just gets to that point. That's why I think what Darrick's saying is just it's either they naturally wean out or it gets to a point where it's like, man, there's no reason I should be doing business with this person. There's no reason I should be friends with this person.
Yeah.
There's non-value added.
that
Nothing
person-
personal. I like you as a human. Like I have a friend. I had a guy that it was a group of guys.
Yeah.
They was always down in this person, right? Mm-hmm. But I always went to this person's defense, like, hey man, give this young guy an opportunity. Give him an opportunity. They continue to give him opportunities. I continue to give him opportunities. Then I started noticing what they've been telling me. Like, whoa. Oh, shit. I need to cut him off my damn self.
Yeah.
He started asking for money, mistreating his animals,
Yeah.
not taking care of his animals, horse standing in mud. Just rubbed me the wrong way. So I'm like, hey, man, if you can't take care of your dang on horse, you're borrowing money. I done helped you get a job.
Yeah, bro.
I just can't be around that type.
That's habits you don't
Yeah.
want rubbing off on you.
Absolutely, man.
No.
I relate to that shit because, man, like you take a look. Say you take a look at who I ain't talked to in a while. It's been 6 months since I talked to this person. It's been a year. It's like there's a reason for that because every time we fucking around, you're begging for something, you're asking for something, or you're doing shit that like go get that shit yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like level up as a person, grow as yourself. Like don't. Man, because I hate those people that rely.
You know how to really cut him off, Logan?
Man.
Get married.
Shit, that will fuck.
The whole wife is the perfect out. on
That's the
everything.
perfect out on everything.
I
mean,
can't
we
do it, my
can't-
wife.
I
Yeah.
can't do it.
We're going.
She said no.
We got to go to Bath and Body Works. And
I mean, Stan, my quote, man, that I like to go by is, evolve or repeat.
Yeah.
Like, if the people that you're surrounding yourself with ain't evolving, they ain't growing, then
It's but
Keep
you know
them
what's
fuck
crazy?
out, man.
We're in the era of social media.
Yeah.
What do you do about your friends that are on your timelines and shit? Because god dang, man, there's so many negative people. Like it's almost like complaining and bitching has so much momentum right now.
can I answer that?
Yeah.
Because this is how I view it. This is just me and my world. When I get on social media, it's like watching TV. That's it. When you get on Netflix and you're watching whatever you're watching, like you're not taking everything in consideration like this is real life. You're really saying this is a show. Why? Because most people get on social media and what do they post? It's either the most extreme of something that they don't really live every day,
Yeah.
or it's almost a facade of the happiness that they have. I'm not being negative or pessimistic. What I'm saying is that nobody wants to post their worst photo. Nobody wants to say the worst news unless they're attacking somebody.
Yeah.
So when I get on social media, I'm literally turning on the TV. That's all I'm doing.
That's
deep.
dead on, brother.
Yeah.
That's dead on. It's a soap opera.
Yeah.
It's a total soap
That's all
opera.
it is to me. Now, you got some real people.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You got some people trying to motivate others. But let's be honest. Like, if we filter out those individuals, I mean, the ratio is like
Yeah.
crazy. You're looking at negativity to like people who really level you up as people.
I agree.
I don't personally go on Snap or IG or Twitter and go and hate on somebody. Like, what? That's wasted energy. What's the point of that shit, man? Like,
It's fun to me. See,
Private-
it's TV to me. I watch TV.
Yeah,
that's
just-
what I'm doing.
I like seeing it and reading it. That shit is funny, but for me, that's wasted energy. Like, I'm not gonna
Private
go and-
message
like,
that
man,
person. Don't put them on blast.
Yeah, live
Yeah,
your fucking
yeah.
life, man.
Yeah.
Do you? But I'm over here. I'm
Scoot up to the mic.
Like,
I'm over here.
like
I mean,
they want to criticize everyone else publicly.
Why is that so?
Show them your dog.
Why is that so important to criticize publicly? Like, okay, so we had a guy come in that was got in our Team XDOG group, right? I had stuck up for him, but I didn't really see like 3 or 4 or 5 posts that he had put on there, and it was just kind of like drama. I was like, everybody in the group were kind of like, "Hey, asshole," right? Just kind of like hounding him. I was like, "Hey guys, we gotta, make people feel comfortable in here." He's like, "Thanks, bro," right? So I'm like, "All right, cool."
Hell yeah.
Next thing you do, oh shit, y'all deleted my post and started like doing more. I was like, you got to get out the fucking group.
Let's just be honest. We already know that's just a cry for attention. I mean, a lot of people just want to.
Feel loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, yeah. I mean, it's really something like that, or just literally someone talk to me.
Yeah. Give us a few more minutes, Gomi. But yeah, so yeah, man. So we all have a lot of friends and family members, especially. So what do you do with family members? Because they're our family, like, and they're part of your pack.
I'm a little fucked up. I don't care if it's blood or not. I don't care if it's blood or not. If you ain't adding to my life.
Hey, Stan family, you family. Hey,
Well, no,
But y'all fucked me over.
This is good shit because this something happened. This is something happened on Monday for me and my family. Which my sister, she's 25 and she's been with this guy for 10 years. Well, he left her on Monday.
Well, really? Well, just put all our shit out there.
yeah, thank you.
Nah, he
That's like making a post on
This
Facebook.
will be the only episode that she
Was it
listens
over?
to.
Was it over weed?
No. No, he didn't. Yeah, I'm not like just got up and left. What I'm saying is they were. He
Say it.
with my parents, man. He didn't really
Click with your
click
parents.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my sister, they've been together for 10 years, and
long time.
my parents were like, "Look, man, like end of the day, like, if that's the person you love, you got to be with them, But then she started thinking, and I think when it comes to family, like at the end of the day, man, if you're family, right? I mean, I love you, you do this, but I have my life, you have yours, and you got to do what's best for you.
I mean, what if your family member's fucking Charles Manson? Like, I'm just saying, like, in the cases, I'm just saying, like, how people just value blood so much, they're literally like, I still love them.
It's like you watch the first 48 hours, and like that. I seen one where the
Murder
mom.
shows?
Well, yeah, the mom, like one of the
Rats out the
brother
sun.
comes in, offs the other brother, his wife, and all their 3 kids, and then the mom is there, right? Because they're sentencing him, and she's just like, I mean, she kind of was at grips with that he's going to jail for life, obviously, but
Yeah.
she still loved him, and it's,
I'm happy you said that, Stan. I grew up with these guys, right? One of the younger brothers killed his baby brother.
Oh, shit.
As they was older. They was a little older. He killed him. He went to prison. The other brothers didn't know how they was going to accept him once he got out.
Yeah.
how the hell did he get out?
Hey, man, the court system, man. It's just another brother killing another brother.
I saw law-abiding citizen.
Hey, but on a serious note, that guy got out, and they embraced him. They was like, we don't want to lose both of you all. We lost one.
Yeah.
We don't want me. You kill one of my family members, you better pray to keep your ass in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you kill my sister, even if you my brother and you kill my sister,
Yeah.
you better hope they keep you in.
That's
there.
not
Right.
love,
Yeah.
man. That's
You
not,
evil. You the
what
devil.
the fuck is that?
You the devil to me.
I agree with that. I
You the
totally
devil.
agree with that.
I can't accept you no more. You're a murderer.
How much time do you guys invest on somebody who you think has a chance to change and be part of your pack, but then after you realize they can't be, like, how much time do you invest?
I invest in a few months. I'll put a few months in a person.
Do you have a sit down and talk with them?
Yeah, man, I try to like be a mentor to him. Try to see if it's going to sink in. If it doesn't sink in after a few months, then I just cut you off. This person I was telling you about, he calls my phone. I don't answer. I see you. It's what's up. I keep walking.
Right. What he's saying is just kind of, even I see in you, it's a pattern we all do have. I think it's the whole method of when you meet somebody, they start off with an A+ until they
Until they fail.
Yeah. And I think we all have done that because when we see the flaws in people, we're being the right person by addressing it. it's not like we know everything, but
Yeah.
we know you're hurting the pack with your mentality or your energy or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody say
It's-
whatever.
We're a unique pack, though. It's really weird. Like, we're blessed.
Exactly. So if you're not fitting in, we do sit down and talk about it. Why? Because there's a mentorship going on here with y'all when we deal with y'all, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And I think that we're still holding on to that A plus, and then it becomes a B, and then
Yeah.
a C, and to the point when it becomes F, they're out the door.
But you can get down to a C and get your butt back up to A+.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people have the ability to change and evolve.
Absolutely.
You know? And I think everybody sitting here is open minded to know that.
Absolutely. This guy right here, he done failed, man.
Wow.
Enrolled again, failed again. Got a Pell Grant, didn't pay his money back for a scholarship.
You know, Logan lost a little bit of points because he basically
Oh, I thought you were
demonized
talking about-
anybody who smokes
I thought you were
weed.
talking in third person for a
I
second.
know, man.
That was not.
But then you
I'm
said
kidding.
Pale Grant, and I was like, oh, it's Logan.
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
Hey, Logan, there's nothing wrong with a Pell Grant, brother.
But yeah, man. But
I ain't got one of those.
so yeah, man, it's very
Student
important.
loan.
Important who you surround yourself with. I absolutely agree. I think mentorship is really important. The people that you surround yourself with is extremely important.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, man, you guys ain't have anything else to talk about on this topic?
No, I mean,
I
just
think-
for whoever's listening, if that person's not leveling you up, get them the fuck out of your life.
Yeah.
You know, like evolve or repeat, man. I mean, if they're not helping you grow, you know, and they're doing the same shit you've seen them do for a long, long time, you know, you got to get them the fuck out.
Absolutely, man.
End of the day, like you got to. I mean,
You have
or
to
you
be-
can't.
You have to be the influencer, not the influencee, right?
That's why I like to surround myself with. I know I'm not an athlete or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah,
But
for
I like
sure.
to surround myself with the athletes that's
So you can feel like an
retired.
athlete.
I love yourself,
the
honestly.
ones that's retired or on the cusp of retirement because they're more business minded.
Yeah.
And I know if I keep working, I can try to get close to where they at. You know, and if I'm with someone that's level with me, I'm gonna stay at that spot.
Right.
And if I'm with someone who's below me, I'm gonna stay at my spot or I'm gonna sink down to where they're
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to reach for the clouds. So I advise anyone, you know, take that and use it.
I think one thing, man, for sure that we can all possibly agree on is that you know somebody should be part of your pack when they want to see you win, and you know when somebody really wants to see you win. That means
Absolutely.
they offer so much value to you and ask for nothing in return.
Absolutely.
And that's, I think, a one big indicator that is how you can identify somebody to add to your pack that's going to level you up.
Like Stan, our PSA club trains here. Stan don't ask me for anything.
Yeah.
You know, he don't ask me. That's why I do anything for Stan. The same with
Right.
you guys. You know, I help you out. Logan, I just
Even go.
Kinda.
wrote this guy a check and he didn't do nothing.
But I mean, I did a little bit, but
But yeah, man. So, man, another great episode, man. Thank you all for tuning in. If you guys, man, have not left us a review, man, we do this stuff for free. We invest our own time, and we hope that you find some type of valuable nugget. This fly almost hit me, and he's almost back, so we're gonna get out of here. But
I'm gonna start swinging.
thank you again, everyone. And man, if you get an opportunity, let everybody know about our episode, man. Just share it with one person. Let them know about our podcast, the Quality Problems Podcast. It's on Spotify, iTunes, and of course, you know, YouTube. So, man, thank you all again, and we look forward to solving more problems with you in the future. Talk to y'all soon.
Peace.
out.